Okay, I'm going to take a few moments to show you how I use Adobe Slate and Adobe Voice to create the two projects in the email. Adobe Slate, if you've looked at the project, is very similar to an ebook, while Adobe Voice is a quick and easy way to make a video, both using the free apps on the iPad. So let's first look at Adobe Slate. The first thing you'll need to do is, if you don't have an Adobe ID already, is create a free Adobe ID. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in with mine. So once you sign in, you can switch over to the Projects tab if you've already been in here, and it will bring up any project that you have created previously. It will also give you the shortcut to create a new story, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a new story. In this case, the story is about the SIT's password change. Alright, so it gives you the option here on your title screen to also add a photo in the background. So you can pull photos from the internet by clicking or tapping here where it says Find Photos. It will do a Google search. You can do photos that are already in your camera roll here, or you can take pictures here. Now the other three I've not experimented with. I do have a Dropbox account, but I've not attempted to link my Dropbox to Adobe. So I'm going to do the on my iPad. Go to my camera roll, and let's see here. Try this picture as the background. Okay. So when I'm ready to go to the next page, I'll just scroll my finger. It wants to know if I want to add another photo, if I want to add some text, I want to add link or a grid of photos. So what I'm going to do is kind of quickly show you what the new password policy is. I believe I have an image of that there. And you have a few options with the images. You can have them inline. You can have them fill the screen, which that image obviously does not do well filling the screen. You can have it windowed. You can fill it to the width, which in this case would be a good option. Or you can replace it with another photo or delete it. So I'm going to leave it at fill to the width. And you can also add a caption below. I really don't need to add a caption to a photo like this because, as you can see, it is already comprised of, it is simply a photo of text. So below that, I'm going to hit the next plus sign, and I'm going to do some text. On how to change your password now. So you can change it now, and then when May 13th rolls around, you don't have to change it again. You won't have to change it for another 120 days if you change it today. So how to change your password now. And I'm going to add some more photos. Actually, I want to try the photo grid. See if that will... Okay, I like that picture. That's... Actually, no, we're going to try... I want to go back. And it looks like I'm going to have to add individual photos again, because it was cropping my photo in such a way where I couldn't see what I wanted you to be able to see. Alright, so that's what I want to see there. So you can see that I have a photo of the My Account area. So let's see. Let's fill the... No, fill screen's not going to work. Probably fill width again will do well. And I will add a caption on this one. So I'll let you know that you click on My Account. Looks like I've got my text out of whack here, so let me get this cut out of the way and placed back up above my image. Okay, here we go. All right. So I'm going to add another photo below that one. And it's the photo I want to use. So I'm going to fill the width. Click change password. And then that is really about it as far as all the content I need to provide on this slate. So when I'm finished with my slate, before I save it, I can click here on this play button to preview it. And scroll through it. All right, I'll hit the X whenever I'm finished previewing. If you click here on this little magic wand, it will allow you to actually select a different theme if you would like. That will just change the look of your project. And you can preview it with that theme. When you're ready to publish or to save, you'll click on the up arrow. You have a few options here. If this is a student project that doesn't need to be made public, make sure you toggle that off. You can also here share it to your Facebook, Twitter, or email. In this case, I'm going to just copy the link to my clipboard. That's what this option is here. So that project is done, and then since I've copied that to my clipboard, I can go to Safari and paste in my address for my project. And I can pull up the project on my device. You can use the same address on a computer or other mobile device, including a phone. All right, so now let's take a look at the same project in Adobe Voice. Again, you'll have to sign in to Adobe Voice using your Adobe ID. You can see the projects that I've already created. So I'll create a new story. And there's a few different options here. I'm just going to make up my own. And like Adobe Slate, you have the option of adding text or a photo, or the additional option of adding an icon. So my first slide is just going to be May 13th, 2015. I'll hit done, and then I'll hold to record my voice for this slide. Starting May 13th, if you don't like it, you just let go of the record button and then hold it again to re-record. Starting May 13th, SITS will have a new password policy in place. And you can replay that by hitting the play button. So if you're satisfied with this slide, you'll hit the plus sign to go to the next slide. And I'm going to use the photos on my iPad again, like I did with the Slate project. Let's see here. Try this one. Your new password must have at least 8 characters. 2 of those characters must be special characters, with a maximum of 2 repeating characters. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. And this time I'm going to insert an icon. So maybe for a question. So I'm just going to search for question. I'm going to insert this little icon here. So how can you change your password now? First, you'll need to log into SITS and click on My Account. Then select the Change Password tab. And that's basically it for this one. It's the same content as before. Again, you have a couple of different options here. You can change the music. I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking for the music, so I'm just going to go with that one. You can also change the theme if you want. Some of the themes will kind of crop out some of your images, so be careful with which theme you do. All right, looks like this one doesn't crop the photo, so I'm going to try this theme. You can preview the project before you save it in the actual app by clicking here on the little play button on the bottom left. Starting May 13th, SITS will have a new password policy in place. Your new password must have at least 8 characters. 2 of those characters must be special characters, with a maximum of 2 repeating characters. So how can you change your password now? First, you'll need to log into SITS and click on My Account, then select the Change Password tab. Going to save. And like I did with Slate, I'm going to turn the public off. I'm going to choose to copy the address to my clipboard and hit share. Okay, done. Go back into Safari, open another tab. Paste in my Adobe Voice project link. And since I just created it, Adobe is still preparing the project. So that should just take a few moments. Just let me know if you have any other questions.